それにカードゲームとか大会ってきっと、リオナに聞いてみようぜ。
조급해할 것 없어.
울프 형제의 이상한 녀석이 돌아다니고 있대.
내가 잘못 본 거 아니지? 꼬리가 두 개라니.
꼬리가 두 개라니.
꼬리 두 개 맞아. 어떻게 한번 만져볼래? 우와, 그럼 갈라진 데가 아프진 않아? 어디가 먼저 나왔어? 잘 때 둘이 싸우진 않아?
뭐라는 겨 이거?
그건 대답하기 어려워? 난 꼬리가 두 개인 사람은 난생 처음 봤거든. 디오나랑 누구지? 옷차림을 보면 이나즈마 사람인 것 같은데? 조급할 거 없어. 내 생각엔 너도 금방 꼬리가 두 개가 될 것 같은걸? 나도? 응, 너도 요괴잖아. 인간의 모습을 할 수 있다는 건 요력이 강하다는 말이지. 나는 나무를 타다 보니 꼬리가 두 개가 되었는데 사람들은 그런 나를 네코마타라 부르더라? 요괴? 네코마타? 그게 아니라 내 귀랑 꼬리는 대피처인 가문의 특징이야. 응? 그럼 몬드의 요괴가 아니었다고? 몬드의 요괴 같은
먼저
건
자빠져
없어.
살아. 지금도 너무
설마
늦었다.
처음 와본 거야?
알아.
회사가 사업을 확장한 덕에
안녕히
다양한
주무세요.
도시를 돌아다니게 된 거거든. 내 정신 좀 봐. 이러다 배달에 늦겠어. 캐치라인 가문의 디오나 양, 물건 잘 받았습니다. 앞으로도 코마니아를 많이 이용해주세요. 굉장한 언니도 또 놀러와. 이나즈마에선 요괴만 꼬리가 있는 건가? 디오나! 여행자랑 페이몬이네? 몬드엔 무슨 일이야? 히히, 한동안 캐테이슬 집에 안 왔잖아. 그런데 방금 그 사람은 누구야? 이나즈마 국제물류회사 코마니아의 배달원이야. 응? 캐테이슬 집에서 물류일도 하려고? 그런 게 아니라 어떤 손님이 택배 회사에 붙일 물건을 우리 가게에 맡기고 간 것뿐이야. 너희도 이나즈마에 가봤어? 거기 진짜 저 언니 같은 요괴가 많아? 맞아! 하지만 꼬리가 두 개인 건 우리도 처음이네. 우와, 기회가 있다면 나도 보고 싶다. 참, 너희들은 무슨 일로 온 거야? 깜빡할 뻔했네. 디오나, 최근에 열리는 7성인의 소환대회 알아? 상금도 있다던데? 대회? 모험가 길드에서 주최한 대회 말이구나. 규모가 크긴 크더라. 무슨 포스터까지 이나즈마에서 가져왔더라고. 난 가게 때문에 참가 신청은 안 해서 자세한 건 모르니까 가서 사장님한테 물어봐. 만약 우리가 상금을 타면 디오나한테 맛있는 거 사줄게. 그거야 당연하지. 카드 게임을 알려준 게 나니까. 배웅은 안 할게. 이 시간에 사장님은 연금 테이블 주변 분수에 있을 거야. 좋아, 바로 가보자. 마가렛, 역시 여기 있었구나.
어머, 여행자랑 페이몬이네? 오랜만이야. 몬드엔 카드 게임 하러 온 거야?
몬드에 항상 카드 게임을 하러 오는 건 아니라고.
아니야? 너희라면 소환왕 쟁패전에 나갈 거라 생각했는데.
소환왕 쟁패전? 디오나가 말한 그 모험가 길드에서 연 대회?
맞아. 최근 7성인의 소환 플레이어가 점점 늘고 있거든. 그래서 모험가 길드에선 이참에 도시마다 경기장을 만들어 소환왕 쟁패전을 열기로 한 거야. 상품도 굉장하다고. 몬드 지역은 벌써 결승전을 앞두고 있어서 너희가 상품을 얻기는 힘들겠지만.
그럴 수가. 디오나에게 맛있는 거 사주기로 했는데.
괜찮아. 기회는 또 올 테니까. 애초에 카드 게임이 이렇게 흥할 줄 누가 알았겠어? 7성인의 소환을 만든 사람은 엄청 좋아하고 있겠지. 많은 사람에게 사랑받는 게임이 되었잖아.
게다가 하는 사람이 많을수록 게임은 더 재미있어지니까.
그럼 정식 대회는 아니지만 플레이어들이 직접 연 골목 대회가 있는데 관심 있어?
골목 대회?
정식 대회로 타오른 마음을 쉽게 가라앉힐 수 없어서 플레이어들이 더 많은 사람이 참여할 수 있는 골목 대회를 연 거야. 신청 기간이나 도전 횟수 제한도 따로 없는 데다 카드도 대신 짜줘. 게다가 꽤 좋은 상품도 걸려있지.
이따 가볼까? 알려줘서 고마워, 마가렛.
뭘, 경기장에 먹거리랑 다른 오락 프로그램들도 있으니 가볼만 할 거야. 어쩌면 친구를 만나게 될지도 모르지. 그럼 괜찮다면 난 이만 산책하러 가볼게.
네 실력이면 1등은 따놓은 당상인데. 명예기사, 난관을 이겨낸 끝에 소환왕 대회에 우승을 거머쥐다. 생각만 해도 멋진걸. 내가 잘못 들은 거 아니지? 너희들 굉장한 기사거리를 만들려는 거지? 넌 누구야? 누군데 우리 말을 엿듣는 건데? 미안. 직업병 때문에 나도 모르게 들어버렸네. 소개할게. 나는 폰타인에서 온 스팀버드사의 기자 샤를로트야. 소환왕 쟁패전을 취재하러 왔지. 스팀버드사? 폰타인에 본사를 둔 스팀버드사는 각지에 지대한 영향을 끼치는 신문사야. 몬드성에도 전문 투고인이 있지. 그렇구나. 난 페이몬이고 이쪽은 여행자야. 그나저나 아까 네가 말한 그 굉장한 기사거리? 그게 뭐야? 관심이 있다니 솔직히 말할게. 내 날카로운 감이 말하고 있어. 이번 소환왕 쟁패전에 중대한 사건이 숨어 있을 거라고. 중대한 사건? 네 감 믿을 만한 거야? 당연하지. 왜냐하면 아까 경기장에서 직접 봤거든. 카드 궤도를. 카드 궤도? 참가자들이 방심한 틈을 노려 카드를 훔치는 녀석인데 내가 쫓아가려니까 벌써 사라지고 없더라고. 하필이면 왜 카드지? 우리 기자들은 사건에 숨겨진 모든 의문을 파헤치고 그것을 자신만의 단독 기사로 만들지. 어때? 두 사람도 관심 있으면 나랑 같이 대회 뒤에 숨겨진 특종을 파헤쳐보겠어? 관심이 있기는 한데 왜 하필 우리야? 그야 당연하잖아. 몬드를 구한 명예 기사이자 리월의 선인들과 함께 싸운 영웅인데다 이나즈마의 쇠공량을 끝낸 대공신이고 수메르 아카데미아의 문제도 해결했지. 아휴, 알았어. 우리도 모르는 사이에 수식어가 엄청 길어져 버렸네. 무서워. 이게 바로 기자의 소양인가? 너희에게도 좋은 제안일 테니까 걱정하지 마. 단독 기사의 정보 제공자에 너희 이름을 넣을게. 그 밖에도 내 신문사 인맥으로 앞으로 폰타인을 여행할 때 더 편해질 거야. 신문에 광고를 넣는다든가 하는 것도 가능하지. 나쁘지 않은 것 같은데 넌 어때? 좋았어. 역시 사람은 직접 만나봐야 한다니까. 여행자는 과연 남을 잘 돕는구나. 근데 궤도를 찾기 전에 해야 할 일이 있어. 스팀버드사의 작품을 투고한 몬드 작가의 인기가 좋아서 말이야. 신문사에서 준 상여금을 가져왔거든. 그 작가를 만나러 가는 거야? 그 작가 집이 어딘지도 알고 그냥 가서 상여금만 전해주면 돼. 근데 난 너희가 누군지 알 거라 생각하거든. 아마 너희에게 익숙한 사람일 거야. 익숙하다고? 우린 몬드의 지인이 워낙 많아서... 아이, 모르겠다. 아무튼 샤를로트, 네가 앞장서. 대체 누굴까? 몬드성 안에 집이 있는 걸 보면 꽤 돈이 많은 사람이겠지? 근데 우린 돈 많은 친구도 많은데 아직도 누굴 말하는지 모르겠는걸?
Here we are. Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Huh? Oh, so it's...
Who is it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've... You must be Mona Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
She got Mona's full name and title right on her first try. She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow, sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
Have I never told you? Well, I've been writing my column All Things Astrological for the Steambird for a long time now. The chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus. Thank goodness it's finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive. Thank you, Charlotte. Huh, you make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona? What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Classic Mona.
Aha! Perfect! Renowned astrologist, broken, starving. Do the stars really have all the answers? The article practically writes itself. Oh, I beg your pardon?
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research is really expensive.
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time, Traveler and Paimon?
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the card snatcher.
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix, where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar?
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know all of your opponent's cards ahead of time.
What do you take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other contestants.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well, yes, obviously. Anyway, if past precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, was it? Sounds like bad news. Shall I take a glance at what you're up against?
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. Relying on your astrological skills for all the juicy details would make this story a Mona exclusive. But that's not quite the kind of exclusive report I'm going for here. But don't you worry. They call it investigative journalism for a reason. We journos have our ways.
All right, well, best of luck with your investigation, then. Thanks again for bringing the bonus, Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor. I will, and yes, we should. I'll hold you to that.
I think it's about time we started heading to the competition venue. The Mondstadt Regional Final should be starting shortly.
All right! Paimon can't wait to find out who the finalists are! Wow! So this is the venue, huh? Seems pretty lively here.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Kaya? You made it to the finals? Wait, what about your work with the Knights of Favonius? You better not be slacking off again.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Naturally, I wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work. Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards. I can't think of a better way to relax outside of work, can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell Diona I said that.
Well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other players' cards and that kind of thing.
Stealing cards, you say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing, anyway. Why do you ask?
Well, we just ran into this journalist from Fontaine and she... Huh? Where'd Charlotte go? She was right here, wasn't she? Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself!
Journalist from Fontaine? Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonius visitor log.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher? How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you sure that cards are really what this snatcher is after?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Hello, everyone! Your attention, please! The final is about to begin. Now, let's give a warm welcome to our two contestants.
Guess we'll have to leave it there. Let's continue this conversation another time. Thanks, Traveler.
Go get him, Kaya! We'll see you in a bit! So, Traveler, who do you think is gonna win? Yeah, Timmy seems to be a pretty strong TCG player. Either way, whoever wins is bound to make headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job? Huh. Maybe she got caught up trying out all the delicious Mondstadt snacks. Let's go look for her.
Take it easy.
Charlotte, what happened? You just disappeared without saying anything.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to interview him or something? You did say you were supposed to be covering the competition.
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those two. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be plotting something.
You mean there are 2 card snatchers?
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need to wait until we've got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act. Huh? Wait! Where'd the other guy go?
He's on the run!
After him!
Huh? You seem like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
Oh, you're too kind. You should see the celebrities in Fontaine, the lengths they'll go to try and avoid the public eye. Compared to that, this is nothing.
That wasn't supposed to be a compliment.
He's heading toward Mondstadt's side gate. Let's follow him, but quietly. We mustn't let him spot us.
Now he's heading away from the city! How long are we gonna follow him for? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match!
Transfers of supplies must be reported.
Take it easy.
Oh, there. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
Why'd he come all the way out here? Is he gonna hide something? And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head. Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble! Quick! We need to rescue him!
Help! Someone save me!
What are the treasure hoarders doing so close to the city?
Picked.
Are you all right?
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over for me.
Those treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to snap a picture of you and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament. I was only going to ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Shall I just cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
Whoa! No, please. I'll talk. But you gotta believe me, there's nothing shady going on, I swear.
Wow, that was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Back at the tournament, I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering? And when he told me the amount, oh, my jaw practically hit the floor.
Really? What kind of card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there. I could hardly believe my luck, so I decided to head somewhere less crowded and check the Mora was real. That's when I ran into the treasure hoarders.
Did you ask him why he wanted to purchase this item from you?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue, or something like that.
Or something like that? He either said that or he didn't. How certain are you?
I'm positive. I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as he thought?
That I don't know, but in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius right away.
It sounds like that guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after, Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store? My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure is buried.
Who knows? But wherever this leads, we're definitely onto something. Even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon can't wait! We have tons of friends in Liyue, too. But shouldn't we check in with Kaya before we leave? Paimon at least wants to find out who won the final.
Good idea. Let's go.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional Final of the King of Invocations Grand Prix, is Timmy!
Wow, Timmy won! That's amazing!
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time. It's all right. You don't need to comfort me. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it? Enchanté. I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition. I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about them.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant lately.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drink.
I approve. And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with everyone.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange an interview with them. But I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocation's Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about. Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying, if you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.